Hey everyone! So today I will be filming a what's in my Disney bag video. So whenever I go to Disney, I like to bring a backpack, and I think it's very helpful for when you're in the parks because you will probably have stuff you need during the day, especially if you're going to spend a long day at the parks, and it's easier to carry it in a backpack than in your pockets. Next, in my medium-sized pocket of my backpack, I have my sunglasses, and these are just some basic sunglasses. You can get them really anywhere. For Disney, I wouldn't recommend bringing expensive sunglasses. Like, I wouldn't recommend bringing your Ray-Bans or anything like that because they can get lost so easily on rides, and just throughout the day in the park, if you set them down somewhere, you don't want to lose them. So just bring some nice cheap sunglasses that you don't mind if they get lost. Next, in my little bag, I have some glitter. This is the Wet n Wild glitter. It is actually called a Color Icon Glitter Single in color C354C Brass. So cute. It looks like pixie dust, which is a lot better than going to Bibbidi Bobbidi and spending like $50 for it. But it's really cute, and I think it's just awesome to have in your bag. So if you want to put more glitter on throughout the day, you can. Next, in my medium pocket, I have some hair elastics. Okay, these are really good to have, and bring more than you think you will need because you will probably lose them once a day. And these are good because on rides your hair can get so messy, especially if you like roller coasters. Just put up your hair right before a ride and you're all set. And also it's very hot and sweaty and humid in Florida, especially Orlando. So these are fantastic to have. This pocket has a majority of what I bring to parks. Have just some athletic shorts. These are great to have for water rides. These are just some Adidas quick dry shorts. They fold up super small, and they're nice to have in your bag for when you get wet on water rides or to change into to ride a water ride such as like Splash Mountain or Cali River Rapids, where you don't want to get your clothing that you're going to be wearing all day wet because that is not fun. Moving on to the next thing I have in my backpack. I have this just a little windbreaker type jacket. This is really good to have, especially in Disney World, because when you go into a restaurant, they always have the AC cranked way up high, and it gets a bit chilly, especially if you are in the heat all day. Just a quick temperature change. So just have a jacket. Also, if it's lightly raining, which it does a lot in Orlando, it's good to have a little windbreaker to cover it up. Next item I would have in my bag would be a plastic poncho. I recommend you bring one for every member of your party in Disney because it rains a lot. If you go during the summer or fall time, it rains once a day. When I go to Disney, I always bring a backpack. This is the backpack I bring. It's pretty small. It's just a tiny backpack. It's not that big. And I think that a small bag is really good for Disney. You don't want to bring a big bag because you don't want to have too much on your back and carrying around all day. You do a lot of walking at Disney. It can get very tiring. But you don't also want to carry your stuff in your pockets because it could get broken on rides and it will weigh you down. It's just not fun to have in your pockets all day. So starting off with my small pockets, this is what I have in there. For Disney, I always like to bring some sunscreen for during the day. Look. This is the Banana Boat Sport Sunscreen, and it's 30 SPF. But I find it very good for Disney because you really only need to reapply on your face. The rest of you is not really getting burned, especially if you're not going in the summer where the sun's really intense. So this is a great little sunscreen to have, and you can also bring this through TSA onto the planes because it is only 1 fluid ounce. It's good to have a little windbreaker to cover it up. Next item I would have in my bag would be a plastic poncho. I recommend you bring one for every member of your party in Disney because it rains a lot. If you go during the summer or fall time, it rains once a day. Next thing I have in my bag are some park maps. And if you already know your way around the park, you don't really need these. And you can also use the My Disney Experience app. I think that's a great resource for anyone that's going to Disney, even if it's not your first time. You have all your fast passes on it. You have the park maps, the wait times is a fantastic option. But I like to have these little paper guides just because I think they're really cute souvenirs, and also they're just nice to have. So we have every park map, if you don't know what they look like. When you open it up, has the map of the park. Here, this one is Animal Kingdoms. And you have all the eating options around the park. If you are someone that likes to hold something in your hand to look at, this is a great option because you have all your dining options everywhere. There's a bathroom, all the rides, all on one sheet of paper, and it's just very nice to have. Very handy, especially when the app can sometimes be down or hard to use. It's great to have these always as a backup. The next thing I have in my Disney bag is a charger and a portable charger. During the day in the parks, you will be taking lots of photos if you're anything like me, and lots of videos on your phone and using it a ton when you're waiting in line queues. So I highly recommend bringing a portable charger. Preferably one that can hold more than one charge is a great option. I like to bring a regular charger too, just one that plugs into the wall, has the cord that attaches to it. I think this is really helpful because if you are eating somewhere and there's an outlet next to your table or near your table, it's much easier to just plug your phone in to the wall while you're eating than wasting the charge on your portable charger. Next thing I have in my bag is a hand sanitizer. This one's from Bath & Body Works. It is called I Am a Unicorn. I really like this one because it smells super good. And also, it's really good to have in the parks because your hands will always get sticky touching railings or the tables, and your hands will probably get sticky in the parks. And if you don't want to go to the bathroom to wash them, using hand sanitizer is a great option. Also, there are a lot of germs in Disney because there's a lot of people in Disney. So if you want to avoid getting sick, this is a great option to have and just use whenever you're feeling that your hands are a bit dirty. The next thing I have is a hairbrush. So this hairbrush has a little mirror inside of it, and then the brush part which pops out as so. And it's great to have in the parks, especially when you're meeting a character and you don't want your hair to be messy for the picture. It's good just to have it to brush out your hair, or after you've rode a ride and your hair's a mess, it's just nice to have a little brush. Next thing that I always wear actually when I'm in the parks are my pins. Pin trading is a fantastic thing to do in the parks, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is planning to go to Disney. I really recommend having like 3 to 10 pins to trade each day because you will trade so much throughout the day. If you want to see a video on my full pin collection, comment that down below because I would definitely be willing to do a video on all the pins I have. Because next thing I always bring in my bag is my wallet, because it's always good to have your wallet in the parks because Disney has a lot of souvenirs that you will want to buy and you will fall in love with and you won't be able to go home without. And it's always good to have too if you're not on the dining plan or you don't want to use a snack credit or a meal credit on your meal, just to pay for it with actual money instead of your credits. Then the last thing I bring to Disney is my camera, which I am filming this on because it's so good to have a camera in Disney World, because your phone, it takes good quality shots, especially if you have one of the newer iPhones, but sometimes you just want a good picture, a nice quality picture with a camera. And also why I've liked having a camera in the parks is because it keeps you off your phone, it keeps you in the moment, because when you take your phone out to take a picture, you're tempted to look at your text or social media, and it just takes you away from the park experience in my opinion. So I really liked having a camera with me so I could just use that to take all my pictures and I was completely in the moment, and it's much faster and simpler than taking your phone out of your bag. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this What's in My Disney Bag video. If you would like to see more Disney related videos, comment down below. Also, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I would highly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a magical day, and I will see you next time. Bye!